Hi, I'm Noor from Lyca Radio, and today I'm here with a very special guest, all the way from Pakistan, the gorgeous, beautiful Pakistan. She's an icon, she's an artist, she's a singer, she's a presenter, but most importantly, she's renowned for her amazing and phenomenal acting. Mahira Khan.
Hi, Assalamu alaikum. I have to ask you, when have you heard me sing?
In the Asim Bhai's movie.
No, but I would be such a bad singer.
No way!
Even though, can I tell you, Shoaib Mansoor has always told me, आपको गाना गाना चाहिए.
आपको गाना गाना चाहिए.
अच्छा.
Because आपकी आवाज इतनी अच्छी है. Like, you know,
He says, you should sing. You should just sing one song. He begged me to sing one of the songs of my films, and I was like, I'd be terrible.
You need to sing, honestly. And like,
No.
I always thought you were a singer. Honestly.
No way.
Yes, and I'm a big fan. मैं हमेशा आपकी आवाज इतनी सुरीली है, and you have this husky tone.
No way.
It's so beautiful, don't you think?
Thank you, but no,
Honestly.
I'm not. I've never
You've
been
never
a singer.
sang?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's
Next
interesting
one.
that you thought that. Yeah, because I think Zaeb's voice, people think it's mine.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Mahira is in London at the moment, and she's been recently appointed as the British Trust.
British Asian Trust.
British Asian Trust Ambassador. Sorry, got tongue twisted there. And she's going to be advocating mental health across the South Asian subcontinent. So I've got a few questions for you, if you're ready.
Yes.
So 90% of people are in dire need of mental health treatment across the South Asian subcontinent. Mental health is an area which is very neglected in the South Asian community. Not just that, but it's a massive taboo, you know?
Yeah.
It's such a stigma to be associated with a mental health problem. Why is it something that you've chosen to pursue, and is it something that's close to your heart?
Yes, it's very, very close to my heart. I've experienced someone very close to me who has gone through it, who has mental health issues. I myself have experienced mental health issues and continue to do so. I think because of that, I feel like I feel very strongly towards it, you know. So not just right now when I'm sitting in my own private circles or with my friends or with my team members, I'm, you know, when that comes up, I'm passionate about it and I get emotional about it. And I realized very early on that it's important that I take all this information, all these experiences that I was actually blessed enough to have gone through, and at that time, of course, painful, and be able to make other people aware.
Absolutely.
You know, because it's no good if I'm not going to be able to pay it forward in some little way.
Yeah.
I also think that the more people like us, talk about it, the more, accepted it is. It becomes a little like, oh, she was talking about it, and I like her, and I love her, and maybe I want to be like her. And so it's okay that I'm going through this because she is, and she's talking about it.
Yeah.
And it's okay to maybe get some help because, you know what, she's gone and gotten some help.
Yeah.
So that's really why I want to do this, and I'm very lucky that I am able to do it with the British Asian Trust.
Yeah, mashallah, you're going to do a phenomenal job, I'm sure. And that would have brought me on to my next question, which was, how do you vision yourself changing the mindset in the South Asian subcontinent?
Well, I think it's not just going to be me. It's never one person. It's so many of us. I think slowly so many people have started to come out and talk about it. I had recently done a podcast, and the podcast was for my own website, and the podcast was about grief, and it was something else because I thought, I'll be hosting this podcast, and but actually it was heavy. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I had a grief therapist on board for one of the episodes. I had a fellow actor, Sanam Said, with me talk about grief.
Yeah.
I had my own psychiatrist sit there and talk about grief and how, talk about the people who come to her for counseling. So it was amazing, and I saw the difference that it made.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but I needed a lot of other people to come join me in this cause to make that difference. So I really don't think it's ever me or just one person or just the British Asian Trust. And that's what they're doing. They are getting different organizations in Pakistan that are doing their on-ground work there for mental health, and coming together with them, making programs, because they know they do this best, right? Yeah. So they're able to get the best of the best, psychiatrists, therapists, you name it, and put together programs for these organizations to then go out and help people back home. So I think it's amazing. It's amazing, yeah.
Educating people.
Absolutely. Yeah. Educating people, making them aware, finally them accepting that there is an issue or they are going through something, and then having the courage to reach out for help. So I think that's the most important
and also
thing.
having a platform available to them, which is not very common in Pakistan and
right.
in Bangladesh.
Absolutely. And the other thing, actually, Tareem, is the support. So what we actually don't talk about enough is that, okay, you're going through this, and then there are people who are very lucky. They're very lucky to have not maybe experienced any sort of mental health issues. Yeah. But for them, it's very important to be empathetic and compassionate for those around them, or the family members or the friends who are going through it, and they can deal with it. So for them to have enough...
Okay, so on a lighter note, you are a very stunning lady, mashallah. And the one question one of my friends said to me that I must ask you is that you have to ask her, where does she get the Mahira glow from? So the Mahira glow, okay,
look at my makeup artist
laughing. And we need to know your top 3 tips, please.
Oh man, I'm really...
you can just say I'm naturally beautiful.
No, that'll sound... Even though...
It's true.
No, I'm joking. No, I actually don't do much, but I'll tell you what.
Go on.
I do take my makeup off at night. Let's say I'm today after a long day, there are times where I'm just like, I want to go to sleep. I never do that. No. That's something I'm actually good with. Good. I take off my makeup if I'm working. If I'm not working, I actually try not to put makeup on. Like, I let my skin breathe. The other thing which I've noticed is that, how people used to say, drink water, you'll see a difference. Drink water. And I used to be like, what water? But as I'm growing older, I actually see it. Yeah. When I'm eating healthy, I look better. When I'm drinking water, my skin doesn't feel as dry. So that makes a difference. And I'd say the third thing is, I think, with all the social media, I do this myself. I'm constantly 10 best products to buy. Like, I've been doing this because I'm in London now. I want to go, and I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go get my all my beauty, skincare stock. But I do think that, this, because we are constantly bombarded with all this is new, and that is new, and that is this. So you want to buy all of that? I think keep it easy. Instead of buying a lot of stuff, a lot of skincare, you should invest in 2 or 3 good products, invest in good products, and that's it. Instead of, going crazy with layering stuff up and putting on the acids and putting on this, I think.
Okay,
so
I'm
that's
going to try and squeeze 2 more questions in, but
yeah, of course.
If I can. So the next one is going to... obviously, Humsafar, Sadke Tumhare, Rais, all phenomenal.
Thank you.
But every one of them so different from the other. Your character was so different, and obviously you have to really put yourself into those shoes and kind of be able to impersonate the person that you're trying to be. If I could ask you, which character have you played so far that has most resonated, the real Mahira Khan?
Ooh, the real?
Yeah. Or Tori CB, on this beat.
God.
I'm glad nobody's ever asked her that before.
No, yeah, I'm just a bit... It's been a while. By the way, I'm also doing interviews after a very long time. So I don't know. Can you help me out here? I think I'm... What? Yeah, actually, there is... Actually, that is true. Thank you. There are these different bits of myself that I bring into my characters, by the way.
Yeah.
That weren't written in there.
Yeah.
And then there are different bits that I actually sort of feel like, oh, this is me. She's like me. I have to say that I know it sounds so cheesy and so typical, but I feel like Khirid is she was,
Yeah.
like romantic, and when she became strong, she was strong, and she had that. I think I was like that then. I'm not sure if I've been able to identify with Neelofer. Yeah, you guys are going to watch this. Yeah, even my manager is like, that is true, right? Yeah, Neelofer is a lot like, I think, my director also used to say. I used to ask him, who is this girl? Why is she like this?
She's you.
She's kind of like you. So yeah, maybe that. So little bits and pieces of all of these characters.
Okay. So to end it, you are no doubt a global icon, a woman who many young Asian women look up to. You started so young, and you've come so far, and may God grace you with lots of success moving forward. But if this Mahira could go back 15 years to the old Mahira and give that Mahira a piece of advice, what would that be?
Oh, what are these questions? Why? Okay, so yeah. I think I tell her you're on the right path. And actually, I would just tell her, I'd tell her maybe, oh, you know what? You know what I would tell her? I just was having a conversation last night. I'd tell her to go out a bit, let loose a bit. Yeah,
enjoy yourself.
Enjoy herself. 15 years ago, 20 years ago, that Mahira was just like, well, maybe I wouldn't be where I am today, but yeah, I missed that. I was here having dinner, and I was looking at all these kids, college kids, like going, uni kids, and walking around, and I was like, and I was also being all like, and someone recognized me. I'm like, are you here for your Easter break? He's like, I don't know what he said to me, and I was just like, I look like that girl who never had really an Easter break. Like, I actually miss that, because that time in my life did not exist. So I think I'd tell her, go out a little. Live a little. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mahira.
Thank you.
And it's been a pleasure interviewing you, and we hope that you're going to have a great stay in London and do great work with the British Asian Trust.
Thank you so much.
And mental health is such a big taboo.
It is.
I think there's no one better than yourself to address it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No, it's okay.
Thank you.